Rick has a very strong case against you, which is no surprise since he made it up from whole cloth.
Well, if you're gonna frame somebody, you might as well make it airtight.
I think the only thing we can do is prove that he had motive to frame you, which would mean telling the jury that you two had sex.
Jason. Oh, gosh. Oh, thank God you're okay.
And you're all right. I'm assuming that you wouldn't be here if you were still a wanted fugitive.
No one called you?
No, what happened?
Well, I finally found Spinelli at his grandmother's. We turned ourselves in. He showed the cops how he faked a flash drive.
Okay.
When the cops went to get the original from Rick's office, it was missing.
Okay, that's no surprise.
Without the original piece of evidence, there's no case.
Right, and the charges against me fell apart.
Will they have to drop the charges against me, too?
Attorney said the case against you fell apart the minute the evidence disappeared. And before you ask, I did not take it. I wanted to find that evidence so I can prove it was faked.
Okay. Did your attorney say anything about Diego's shooting?
Yeah, Diego was a parolee. He had a gun. There's evidence he fired. So Diane thinks
Diane Miller?
Yeah, that's right.
Jason, that woman is completely immoral.
Well,
She's for sale. All
She
right,
got released
whatever.
in 15 minutes, and she thinks she has a strong argument that can prove that Sam acted in self-defense.
I think she's being a bit optimistic. Sam did break the law more than once in the past few weeks. She was an armed fugitive. Shots were fired. People suffered. There tends to be a price to pay for that kind of violence.
You know what? Let's just see how everything shakes out, okay? I know that you're going through a lot with your chemo and with Christina, and if it would be easier for you, for Diane to take her case, just say the word.
Well, that would be Sam's call. I, of course, would like to see it through to its conclusion.
I don't want you to feel like you have to do this out of any sort of obligation.
I want to see you exonerated.
Okay. Okay, if you feel like you're strong enough, then yes, I want you to defend me.
Then it's settled.
Meanwhile, there is no reason that we need to stay away from each other.
I can't think of one single thing. Got it? It's nice because that's the first time in a really long time I didn't think they were coming for us.
Feels pretty good.
Yeah, it feels wonderful. It's nice to be home. It's kind of scary how much I enjoyed this meal, even though you didn't cook it yourself.
You know what? I can't cook. Really.
Come on, you're an amazing cook. You made a pretty good dinner at the safe
Well, I
house.
could make a couple of dishes. It's no big deal.
Well, it's a big deal to me when you're talking about someone who can't make toast.
Well, you see, the problem is you put too much pressure on yourself to be
Oh, that's
perfect.
nice. Perfect, yes. Said by a man who does, yep, everything well.
Okay, fine. I'll teach you to cook the two things I know.
And I'll make a mess of it, I'm sure.
You know something? You have to realize that something can be great without being perfect.
Yeah. That's a philosophy I wish I could believe.
Did you mean what you said? About being home? I don't want to pressure you.
You aren't.
Okay, because, you know, the last time we started talking about a future was on Halloween right before you were arrested. And you said you were going to go back to work. what you did.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be on your own, and I told you that I would respect your decision.
Well, you know, a lot has happened since that night, and we got through it all together.
Yeah, we did, and the past few weeks have shown me what I already knew about you. Okay? You were amazing. You're strong, and I'm not gonna undermine that. I don't wanna pull you back into a relationship you're not ready for.
The only thing pulling at me is my own heart, okay? I still have a lot to figure out about myself, what my relationship is with my mother, if I even have anything, but I don't have anything to prove to myself anymore. Or do you? Okay, well, I'm sorry for saying this. It's one thing. I mean, if we could just put that night with Rick and Elizabeth behind us, that would be good.
You know, we can't pretend that night didn't happen, but we can move forward.
You really believe that?
I really know that. I know that we can get through anything together. And I trust you. I just want you to be able to trust me again.
Jason, I do trust you. But more than that, I love you.
I love you too.
Nothing can keep us apart.